Now, let's get to the big topic that took us to Toowoomba last week, and that is, of course, youth crime. Now, I repeat what I have said multiple times. In all of our experience over the past 5 years or so, taking the Our Town shows all around Australia, no one likes talking down their region. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Often what ends up happening is that when you meet local officials, they try not to talk about obvious things like youth crime. But the reality is it is a scourge. It is a scourge in big parts of regional Australia, particularly in Queensland right now, despite the fact that, of course, the Channel 9 newspaper or website in Queensland will try to tell you it's all a big News Corp conspiracy. I expect the same garbage tomorrow night on Media Watch. But youth crime comes in many forms, and as we told you last week, now the number one source of youth crime in Queensland is violent youth crime, intention to hurt others. That is a big change over the past 2, 4, 5 and 10 years, and we learned today that the inconvenient truth, for those that want to pretend it's all just hype merchants like myself on the telly or the front page of the Courier Mail, is that knife crime in particular is through the roof in Queensland. Youth knife crime. That's the weapon that seems to be the weapon of choice in horrific examples. Now, the numbers that have come out today is that the best part of there's been a 21% increase in the overall amount of youth offenders that have been using knives, and that's just in the past 12 months alone. But of course, exactly as we told you last week, there was devil in the detail of the supposed change in the Premier's heart when it came to doing something about youth crime. You may remember, they are going to decriminalise small amounts of drugs. Now, the possession of drugs will not be a crime in huge parts of Queensland, but I want to explain the reason why they're doing this. The reason they're doing this is because we're about 18 months away from the Queensland election, and the Queensland government wants to go to an election saying we magically dropped the amount of youth crime. So I checked the statistics this afternoon to double-check my point. Of the more than 10,000 youth offenders that were in Queensland in the financial year of 21-22, they're the latest numbers we have from the Bureau of Crime Statistics, there are about 1,400 youth drug offences. Do the maths, 14% of youth crime will now just disappear. So if you hear anything from the Queensland government that youth crime has been dealt with, youth crime is down, well, knife crime is up 21%. The number one cause of youth crime is violence, but the overall numbers, yes, they will drop by about 10%, but that's literally because they're not calling it a crime anymore.